All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to One Last Midnight Codes, and we are going to learn C#. So this course is a basics course. It's for people that have very limited knowledge or no knowledge about C#. So if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. All right, so you clicked on this course and you're going, what is C#? Well, C# is a modern object-oriented programming language. And don't worry about object-oriented right now. We'll talk about object-oriented much later. It was created in 2000 by Microsoft to rival Java. So Java was starting to take over and, Microsoft had to come up with some other solution to it. It's said by a lot of people that a C# is actually the best parts of C and C++ combined together in a simpler, easier to use language. And it runs on the .NET framework. Now, the .NET framework is, a series of common infrastructures and base libraries that allow you to build a lot of applications. And if you're looking at this image, you're going, wow, oh my God. A more simplistic way to think about the .NET framework is if the house was an application, whether it be a desktop, mobile, web application, the .NET framework would be the foundation in red. So why C#? I mean, why should I even bother with C#? There's so many other languages out there. And you're absolutely right. There's a ton of languages out there. But C# is widely used development language. If you go look at any job board and search for .NET development or C# development, you'll see a ton of jobs available for C# developers. You can build web, desktop, mobile applications with C#. You can also build cross-platform applications using Xamarin for iOS and Android using C# as well. Also, you can build games using the Unity engine with C#. Now, C# is easy to learn, but it's complex, it's deep. And you can see that, with this graphic here, we're talking about C# is used through all of these stacks. The Office client, which is a desktop, the App Store, components, enterprise, website, mobile, backend services. And what they don't have on this graphic is cross-platform. Now let's talk about the course. In the course, we're going to wind up looking at the basic concepts, which is the IDE, getting familiar with the development tools. We're going to move into variables, conditional statements, looping statements, methods, strings, arrays, classes and objects, inheritance, polymorphism, structures and enumerators, exceptions, file IO system, and generics. And that's a lot. That's a lot to approach in a basic course, but it'll give you an overall general understanding of what's going on in C#, and you should be able to start making programs after this. Now, my approach to teaching this course is going to be with simple analogies. Now, look at the .NET Framework house analogy that I gave you. I'm going to try to put it into real world examples for you so that you understand the concepts of what I'm trying to teach. To start with, okay, as you get more familiar and you're able to speak the lingo, then we'll start moving into more advanced conversations. But to begin with, and this is what I think people have a lot of challenges with, people that I've taught in the past, is that if you try to get super techie, you try to get into all the, development lingo, they just like, deer in the headlights kind of look like, I don't get it. You just dumped, 15 other books on top of my head that I need to read before I can understand what you're saying. We're going to take it a different approach. We're going to take it as I'm teaching your grandma how to code. And that to me is the best approach to take, not only in developing software, but kind of in teaching something from the very, very beginning. We're going to do with project-based learning. So we're going to take an example of a project, and that is what I'm going to teach you on. And that way we can come up with some sort of final product at the end that you could say, hey, I actually did something, instead of just, oh, okay, now I can print to the screen, and that really doesn't mean anything to the larger scale, larger scope. That means we're going to have to do a lot of refactoring, because as we learn, and there it is, right? There's the lingo. Refactoring is rewriting code in a more efficient manner, right? So we're going to have to do some refactoring of the code that we did in the beginning, but you'll get an understanding of how an application is built. That was long-winded to say we're doing project-based learning. We're going to follow along with examples. So you guys are going to be able to fire up the integrated development environment, which is the tool that you're going to use to build applications, and follow along step by step with me. So you're going to get a finished product. If you follow step by step, you're going to get the same product that I have. And then finally, we're going to do challenges, right? Because that's the best thing to do, which is to challenge yourself. The only way that you're going to get better at anything in life is to practice it. So these challenges are meant to help you guys and encourage you guys to get more involved in the coding and to practice. Practice. So that was it. That was my overview on this beginning course on C#. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I go live and when I post new videos. That's about it. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.